Hey everyone, welcome back to Family Education. I'm Laurie Mega, Content Director and mother of 2 toddler boys. This month I'm talking about treatments for common childhood ailments. Are they a thing or not a thing? Now sometimes you've heard of treatments that used to be a thing but they're not a thing anymore, or you think they're a thing but they're actually not, or they actually are a thing. It's really confusing, so I took my top 5 and broke them down for you. The first one is Caro syrup for constipation. Now this used to be a thing, but it's not a thing now. And that's because the way it's manufactured now, it doesn't have the same effect as it used to before it was mass produced. So it's not really going to cure constipation in your baby, and it might actually lower the salt content in their bodies. So it's actually not something to give your baby for constipation. For that, you're going to want to talk to your doctor and see what they recommend. Number 2 is honey for coughs. This is sort of a thing. So if your kid is under the age of 1, don't give them honey. Honey can sometimes contain a bacterium called botulism, especially raw honey, which your baby's immune system cannot fight off very well. If they're over the age of 1, talk to your doctor, but the Mayo Clinic has actually found that it can help ease coughs, especially at night. I have found personally that if my boys have stuff running down the back of their throat, the junk from like a cold, especially toward the end, it doesn't help that much because it's really the junk that's irritating their throat. So the honey's not going to help until the junk goes away. Number 3 is cold baths for fevers. Not a thing. The Mayo Clinic at WebMD recommend a lukewarm bath, like a sponge bath, but only after you give your child medication to lower the fever. A cold bath, especially an ice bath, will lower their temperature too quickly and they could go into shock, especially if they have a high fever, so avoid cold baths. Number 4, speaking of fevers, is aspirin to lower fevers. In babies, children, or teenagers, not a thing. Now, it used to be recommended, but then they discovered that aspirin raises your child's risk of Ray's syndrome. And what that is a syndrome that causes inflammation of the brain and liver, among other things. That's very dangerous, could cause hospitalization or even death. So never give a child with a fever aspirin. Talk to your doctor about the right dosage of either ibuprofen or acetaminophen, or if they have other recommendations for a fever altogether that don't involve medication. Number 5 on our list, and our final one, is steam or cold air for croup. It's a thing. My doctor recommended it, the Mayo Clinic recommends it. If your child has a cough, especially that barking cough at night from croup, you can run the shower and gather steam in the bathroom and let them sit in there for 5-10 minutes. You can open a window if it's cool outside and let the cool air blow in on their face and let them breathe it in. Or you can use a cool mist humidifier. All of these will help ease the cough, especially at night when it gets worse. It's not going to cure croup, but it's going to help ease your poor baby's symptoms. So there you have it. There are my top 5 thing, not thing treatments for common childhood ailments. I hope you found it helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Family Education.